Hey YouTube, welcome back to Universe X, and in this video we're going to be going over the latest trailer for Dragon Ball Daima. This anime is going to start airing on October 11th, which is coincidentally the same drop date as Sparking Zero, which I will be giving 2 copies away to the console of the winner's choices as long as we're monetized by the release date. So yeah, October 11th is going to be a huge date for this channel as we're going to be doing content for both Daima and Sparking Zero. But with this trailer, we have a lot to unpack, a lot to dive into, and I want to go over it in my own just opinions and my reactions, while also talking about some points that I've heard on social media, via geekdom, things like that. So let's strap in and let's look over this trailer. Like I said, I'm not going to play this entire thing because I don't want to get copyrighted, even this channel isn't monetized yet. But at the same time, we have a lot of cool stuff going on here. Shout outs to Geekdom for pointing out that this sounds like it's actually going to be Namekian, right? And going through here, we see a lot of cool things. And like I was saying before, if you guys want to see this full trailer in its entirety, I would go over to the links in the description and check that out. So here, right here, you just have Vegeta and Goku just looking at each other. And this is pretty cool. This obviously looks like it's going to happen fairly early in the series, like right after the curse springs itself, because otherwise there'd be no reason to have Vegeta looking shocked going through this scene right here. And then, yeah, Goku as well. And as I said before, at first it was just looking like it'd be Goku and Supreme Kai going, but if I'm not mistaken, there's going to be a lot of Vegeta in here as well, mainly because he seems to be just another, this is another point of him being the Duro protagonist, where we're seeing him do a lot of moves in this show. He's going to be featured heavily in this trailer, and then on screen right now you should actually be seeing the Dragon Ball Super card game Fusion World Daima decks, where one features Daima Goku and one features Daima Vegeta. Now something that's actually pretty cool here is it doesn't look like they're turned into kids, it just looks like they're turned into chibi modes. And then another thing to support this is soon you're going to start seeing art, and the people are very much so just small. They're not necessarily children, and we're going to show some details for that soon. But also, these decks are considered Goku Mini and Vegeta Mini, not kid or anything. So you've got stuff like that. Looking over at everybody here, the Ox King, it seems like people do lose their facial hair. The Ox King doesn't have facial hair, but he's pretty much just like that. You see you see Yamcha still with his scars and whatnot and his long hair. Puar, Oolong. Moving forward, you see Kibito and Shin. It's funny how their skin color looks the exact same, when before Kibito looked very much so more red and Shin looked more yellow. Maybe that's just color correction, like Bulma and Trunks' hair. But Piccolo, the thing here with Piccolo is something that's very interesting to me, and this might just show kind of inconsistencies with the color. Piccolo did not gain the yellow Namekian muscle skin until Dragon Ball Super Hero, the movie and animation. In Dragon Ball Super, he still had pink, but here we see him with the orange, or with the yellow, which is very interesting because according to Geekdom, this is set between Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball Super. This is a sequel apparently to Dragon Ball Z Majin Buu Saga. Now with that being said, there's a lot of things that I think that this is going to kind of automatically debunk if this is where it lays in the timeline, but we'll get to that after breaking down the rest of the trailer. So seeing everybody else, you've got a smaller version of the kids that are already here, a smaller version of Android 18, that's adorable. You move over here, you got Trunks and Goten, who've straight up just been turned back into babies. You got Hercule, no facial hair, still a tall kid. That dude is tall. And then you got Majin Buu as a smaller baby. Master Roshi has no beard, and he just looks like Krillin without the monk dots. But yeah, you have Bulma admiring her smooth skin, which is just very Bulma in general. But you also have this scene right here, which I'm assuming is going to be the start of the start of the series, Goku and Vegeta sparring. This is clearly just showing Goku annihilate Majin Buu, and like I said before, according to Geekdom, the Majins, or basically the Demon Realm people, are going to be watching the end of the Buu saga, watching the destruction of Majin Buu, maybe even the death of Deborah, and that's pretty cool. Now on this channel, or not this channel, this view is kind of hard to see here, because that's clearly Dende and that's Popo, but I don't recognize these two people from the back, and that's a spacecraft that I haven't seen before. So maybe these are people from the Demon Realm here in their spacecraft, and maybe this is them making the wish to have a curse on these people. These look like Dragon Balls, but they have blue streams instead of orange streams. So maybe these are like blue Dragon Balls, kind of reminiscent of the you know, negative energy Dragon Balls. So we'll have to see. They kind of don't really give us like a clear view of them, but this is probably just the Dragon Balls. You get the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you definitely have that there. Moving forward, right? This is still just like another part of the scene. I love how fluid this motion is. Another part of the scenes that we got earlier. But it's weird that Goku's gi doesn't have any marks. It's like a new design. So it's like, for me, it's kind of odd. Like, I'm not saying that this is not where it's been stated to be between the Majin Buu and the Super arc, but Goku having completely different gi as a grown man and then just switching back the moment we get to Super, they're gonna have to explain that. I want to know why he has a different gi from the end of Z, and then another gi from the end of the Buu saga, and then another gi going into Super. I want to know that. That being said, maybe this is the evolution of the gi that we saw, but it still doesn't even make sense if this is an evolution into the Revival F, because we still have Battle of the Gods between that. So there's a lot to explain. But if this is between the Majin Buu saga and Super, that means that we don't see Ultra Instinct, we don't see anything hinting towards Ego really, we don't see Beast, and speaking of Beast, we don't even see Gohan. Gohan's in no material so far, so we gotta see. But you had them fighting, and like I said, I'm sure this happens at the very beginning. You have Goku going off. Now you have this character, and this, I'm pretty sure, is just a Demon Realm character, whether he's going to be like one of the reigning monarchs, because like Iktum said, there seems to be a feud between ruling factions in Demon World now that Deborah is no longer there to rule it. Here, the Makaishin, this is basically just the evil version of the Supreme Kais, and that's just pretty cool, or at least the counterpart to the Supreme Kai for Demon Realm. So I'm digging that. He looks kind of sinister. So I'm digging this. You have this character, I don't know who this is, but this looks like Regal, if anything, so I'm assuming this is like a Demon World aristocrat. Let's see what else. The Conspiracy Brews. We had another planet that's probably Demon World. Now this was very interesting. I definitely had to look at this to see if there was anything I missed. However, this is all Buu Saga. There are no new snapshots. This may be redrawn, but you can see Majin Vegeta's. You can see this the Goku versus Vegeta fight. You can see them. This looks like them like sitting and watching. Spopovich and Yamu come into the cribbo. You can see Deborah, and since he has blood on here, I'm pretty sure this is right before he died, because you know Gohan didn't do that. And this also, right here, this Piccolo is showing me something that contradicts what I said earlier, where I was like, yo, if Piccolo has the yellow Namekian skin, then maybe this is not where it was stated to be in the lore. But you can see here, these are all memories from the Buu saga, down to, you know, Majin Buu regenerating after the final explosion. Actually, you see a bunch of stuff here. Vegeta charging up, Majin Buu being surprised, Vegeta yelling, Vegeta blowing up, Majin Buu getting evaporated, him coming back together, followed by the stone bits of Majin Vegeta after he blew himself up. But Piccolo is being recolored to have his older Kami-esque Namekian muscle skin. So yeah, it looks like that's just the palette they're going to be going on from now on. So this, yeah, I'm reversing that statement. I guess it just is the new color scheme for Piccolo moving forward. But doesn't look like anything new happens in here. These are all just scenes from the Buu saga, and they all get swept away. This is an unknown world, so I guess that's Demon Realm. And then we get this really cool moment of Goku activating his Super Saiyan. I love the way they did that with his eyes. And now we kind of get this cool bit, and this one I won't really play through too much because it definitely has the new song Jaka-Jan by Zed. Shout out Zed, and featuring C and K. So yeah, you've got the two new characters. They've been shown on some sheets. The Geekdom has shown, well, one new character. The other one's coming soon. You got Shin and Goku. And then moving forward, you have the other new character over here. I believe he's the gunslinger, and she has the sword. Yep, you can see the sword in her backpack, and he's the gunslinger. So that's pretty cool. He definitely looks like Mira from Dragon Ball Super Heroes, but you know what? But his name is Glorio, even though he looks like Mira. But yeah, I'm excited to see what these are gonna do. He has a request. He looks pretty serious, so I'm automatically feeling like he's got that revenge quest. He's either got that revenge quest, or maybe he's the rightful heir to the demon throne and they're helping him. I would not, that would seem like a classic story. Oh, I'm supposed to inherit the demon throne, but I've been thrown out because these guys have been playing me, or, you know, they murdered my family, or they've been keeping me in seclusion. So I wouldn't be surprised if this guy was like the proper heir, you know what I mean? Either that, or he's protecting the proper heir, like if she was the proper heir. But I feel like Goku and Shin and Vegeta would have to be traveling with the proper heir. You've got Shin casting some sort of spell, being useless as usual. I hope he's not useless, because like I've said it before, even in videos as recent as like last week, Shin had the worst planning known to mankind. The absolute worst planning known to mankind in the Buu Saga. Like, his plan was absolutely anus, and it was just terrible. Then you got some cool like little things. I actually really like this dragon thing, this big dragon thing. There's a card coming out, because if you guys can't tell from my background, I am at the beginning of the video, end of the video, I play a lot of card games. One of the main ones I play right now is Dragon Ball Super card game, and we're getting a promotional card, this Goku riding on this big blue dragon. I'm wondering if that has any relation to this, and you guys have probably already seen that art already, but I'll put it up on screen as well. So pretty cool. Welcome to the demon realm, because we're going in. Looks like a cool little dive, and yeah, we're not gonna actually play more than that. I don't know what that thing is. That's probably gonna be an adversary. I don't see a body. It looks like a squid. This reminds me of the guy that knows all the things that Goku shook hands with, and it was like his tentacle. That's what that reminds me of. I'm wondering if this is like the same thing for Demon World. You've got a really derpy looking dude, but he looks cute. Like Geekdom said, not all denizens of Demon World are evil, and we're seeing some cool people. This guy looks sketch, but he's probably just eccentric. I'm really liking Glorio's outfit though. Now here's something really cool. We got Vegeta powering up, and it looks like they finally brought back blood. For anybody that grew up on Dragon Ball Z and then moved on to Dragon Ball Super, you saw that Dragon Ball Super had no blood. Like, people were getting punched in the stomach for absolute game and then just coughing up spit, which is fair. You'd probably cough up spit before you coughed up blood, because blood would imply that your internal organs are being ruptured, while spit just implies that you have the spit taste knocked out of your mouth, which makes more sense, and doesn't sound like you're dying every time you get hit in the stomach. But they seem to be bringing back blood, which is really, really cool. This is coming on, I guess, late at night in Japan. Piccolo's head is huge here, but he is a chibi. But this is a really, really cool shot of Piccolo, in my opinion. Him using the stretchy arms. And you got Goku going off as well, throwing off a blast. A wolf dude, and I can't tell who he's grabbing. But this guy has been talked about for a lot of reasons. Some people think he's Dr. Mew. Some people think he's a random new character. We won't be able to tell until we can see more coloration, but you can kind of see an orange here. And if we get a Dr. Mew, then between the blue Dragon Balls, the Dr. Mews, and what looks like to be potential machine mutants, this could be a thing. Now, Geekdom said on his channel that these orbs are Dragon Balls from the Demon Realm that are potentially powering these robots. So it'll be very, very cool to see how that works. But these are clearly going to be guys that Goku and Vegeta have to fight. Now, one thing that it makes me very, very interested is wondering if Vegeta is going to get a weapon in this series, because these guys all have weapons, and they've been highlighting Goku's power pole again. And I know that there's going to be some great scenes with Goku using his power pole against a halberd, a sword, a hammer. But I'm wondering if Vegeta will get a weapon that he can use. Vegeta seems like he'd be a sword user, like a two-handed sword user, or even a one-handed sword user. But he seems like swords are regal. He's a prince. I think he could be using a sword. And you got a really cool shot of Goku flexing that animation budget right there, and you can see the frames of him starting to go Super Saiyan, and this is great. His eyes are closed. It looks like he's digging deep. The power breaks up the ground, and then you get this amazing shot, and I will just play that part right there. Like, it actually just looks so good. Yeah, and then he breaks the beam, and honestly, that beam kind of looks like a bullet. So I wouldn't be surprised if this is him and Glorio meeting for the first time, and Glorio seeing him as a threat. And then Glorio ends up shooting him, and Goku turns Super Saiyan and breaks the shot. And then he's got a flex on him. He's got a flex on him. Look at him. Look at that face right there. Goku just straight up looked at him and said, "Nah, buddy, that won't be happening to me today, sir." And I think that's when, if Glorio were to attack him, and that was the thing, it's just that's the part where, yeah, Goku is literally just like, yeah, that's not working. Glorio's like, well, I shot you. You just literally punched my energy bullet. So here's my mission. Would you like to help me on it? Because I'm not beating you. We have this frame right here where Goku is powering up, maybe into Super Saiyan, but everybody's getting blown back. They seem to be wearing not the same uniform, so I'm guessing a lot of these people are maybe just mercenaries. And then you've got Goku just being cool. Vegeta coming through with the biggest bounce that out of here type kick, coming around with the full. No, I actually want to see it. Look at the Beyblade, let it rip. Wow. And then you have this. This is so cool. I love them bringing back the OG hand motions. Look at them. That's so, oh my gosh. If I could slow this down, can I slow this down? Yeah, buddy. All right, so I can slow this down, right? Let's do this ×5 speed, right? I want to, look at this. It did not go as smooth as I wanted it to, but like, I love that. I love that look. And then Goku fires off the Kamehameha, and we get this awesome money shot right here. This is great. You can see the light, like, oh my gosh, this is going to be so beautifully animated. And it fades into Dragon Ball Daima, and we are done with the trailer. October 2024, the 11th. And yeah, that is pretty much this. So yeah, I guess we kind of just go into the closing for it, right? So yeah. Those are pretty much my observations from the trailer. I very much so enjoyed it. The animation looks so great, and honestly, just from them diving into the demon realm and the ramifications allegedly of Deborah getting like mised before he was coming back to Demon World and all this, it really does seem like this is actually going to have a focused plot and not just kind of off the cuff, kind of feels discombobulated, because Super had some beats, but Super often didn't feel as connected as it should have, in my opinion. I do think the manga under Toyotaro does kind of add some very nice details, like Trunks and Zamasu and how things came to be in that arc. I really did like some points from that, but I think that this is going to be a more story-driven Dragon Ball, and that's going to do wonders for the fans and the outlook of the series for people looking in. Now, yeah, if you guys have anything that you guys felt that I missed or you guys were looking at and kind of piqued your interest, let me know in the comments. I'm going to be covering Daima as much as I can. When we playing a bunch of Sparking Zero, we're going to get so many Daima related units for Legends, for Dokkan, and I cannot wait. So yeah, thank you guys, and I will see you in the next video.